2, 1, and you're live.
Oh, hey everyone. I'm just doing a little bit of work over here using my SK-1100 keyboard. Handy dandy little thing to have around, but I guess it's time to get this 40 years of Sega and 40 games kicked off. Hope you're ready for some interesting games. Hope everyone's had a good morning, good night, good afternoon. Wherever you're located, welcome to the SegaCrew 40 for 40. Starting off, we've got Borderline on the SG-1000. Interesting thing about the SG-1000 is it was released the same day in Japan as the Famicom.
Hey, we're getting double audio from somewhere. Is your are you capturing the stream or something?
I don't think I am. Is that any better? Gotta wait a second to see. Oh, you know what? I bet we've got nice webcam audio input from the mic. Should be picking it up from anywhere else. Is that any better? Or is it still getting double audio? Boop doop doop doop. Flexing on.
I wonder. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. It might just be on my end. I'm sorry. Here, keep going.
Okay. So we'll go back. Borderline, an early release game, actually a launch title game for the SG-1000. It's SG, Sega Games 1000. Their joysticks are labeled SJ, Sega joysticks. They had a little method to their madness. But the console was released the same day as the Famicom in Japan. As you can see, it doesn't look quite as colorful. Shares some similar hardware, almost identical hardware actually, to the Othello, the ColecoVision, which is why there was a lot of ports in, I believe it was Korea, across the games. The point of Borderlands is to get those little atomic symbols and blow them up, or whatever you like to call those. Mic could be a bit higher. All right, let me.
Let's get that mic increased in
It says it's maxed out. I'll just try to talk a little bit louder. Hopefully that will work. See how easy that is? And that's actually all there is to Borderland. Now we just go through and cycle it again. Put on SG-1000 at Mac SOL. It's a neat piece of history. Did you play on with the attached controller? Because the SG-1000 came with a controller that was attached. Oh, we're not gonna make it in time. It's an interesting little joystick. I've actually been waiting for one to come in that I picked off of Yahoo Japan recently, so I can have a second player use that controller on an SG-1000. I believe that's called the attached joystick is SG-1000. Or sorry, the SJ-200. Wow, I got killed by the atomic symbol. It's killing me, Smalls. And Bass Guy, thanks for the comments on the mustache. I'm trying to impress Robotnik, but he always seems to come around on the SegaCrew when I'm not here. But if you're not pushing any direction on this, you just face forward, and that's the direction you shoot. As if you can tell, the bullets come out left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, so they alternate. And depending on how far you are on the screen, determines how quickly the game scrolls. So, how many of y'all have seen an SG-1000? I know I hadn't actually seen one until, oh my goodness, I bought one. And then this year at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, they actually had one on display when you could actually play with it. So that was pretty cool. But you know, I don't think I actually played with it. Like, oh, I've got one of those. I don't need to take time from other people playing it. It's an interesting little controller because it's long. It's got 2 buttons on the side. This is an interesting little piece of Sega history. Because Sega was originally just making the SG-1000 to get into the computer market, but then they heard about Nintendo's Famicom, and so like, well, let's just consoleize the SG-3000. So we got that. That's how we got the SG-1000. And then they wanted to make it so that if you had the SG-1000, you can make it more like the SG-3000, and that's when they started releasing special versions. Oh, I didn't know the white could shoot at me. Well, he done did it. He done shot me. Then this final level, the opening to get in changes. It's a combination of like several games you might have seen. Getting a pretty good high score going. See, if you're back at the back of the stage, it scrolls pretty slowly. If you move forward, it's kind of crazy. And I don't think the actual layout changes, but the stuff on the side. Ooh, look at that hit me. Gosh. Stuff on the side will change and kill you and ruin your day. But we want to crank it up to 11, so let's go. Those things love jumping out at me. This is not going so good. That part right there is a little bit kind of cheesy because if you're in the middle, you don't have to shoot anything. You can just go straight up the middle and get to basically get to their base. Somebody didn't think out the layout of that base very well. I didn't have either. I had a couple Nutrigrain bars for breakfast, and then a protein shake. Which is different, because I usually don't actually eat breakfast. I'm trying that intermittent fasting. But Saturday I figure is the day I can eat breakfast, because hopefully I have a chance to actually have meals with the family on occasion. Ooh, that's supposed to be on the other side. It's supposed to. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Has anybody played an SG-1000? Does anybody own something for the SG-1000? Which they made some pretty neat peripherals for it. There's a bike handle controller and a racing wheel that you can use. And they also work on the Master System. Oh, my bad! I died. Can you shoot through that part? No. Never played an SG-1000 game. We may need to do a score type race. Actually, I thought about something like that. You could do SG-1010 or something. And just do like 10 minutes. 10 games, 10 minutes. You know, pretty much exactly how long it would take. So you could block it out. And there's about... I don't know the exact number of games, between 60 and 70. Because the problem is they release games on the full-size cartridges, but they also release the cards. The Sega My cards. Which, if you're familiar with the Master System or the Mark III, you're probably familiar with those. Actually, a lot of the games I played last night were on the Sega My cards. Oh, actually, I've got one right there. That's Zoom 909, which I'll be playing later today. Oh, okay. I didn't realize this last time. It goes left, down, right. So you want to get into actions on the left side. Yes, SG-1000 games are playable with the EverDrives. As well as most Mark III stuff. Well, I don't know if they've done any kind of a patch for Alex Kidd BMX World. BMX World? Alex Kidd BMX. And unlike the SG-1000, which you actually need a card catcher, because the SG-1000 just has a slot for the games, you need the card catcher so you can play the card games, which came out a little bit later in the SG-1000's life. Which is why a lot of the games that were released on carts also, not a lot, but several, had releases on cards. And actually, if it's an event we wanted to do, we could do it in July, perhaps? Because that's when it launched. July 15th? I think I don't know if you notice when I shoot the red rockets, it helps with fuel. And the SG-1000 is an RF only console, so yeah, it can possibly, you know, leave something to be desired in the looks and graphics department. And audio. I'm actually playing through an analog Mega SG with the adapters because it's so easy. You don't have to break up the VCR. Which I keep a VCR because the CRT I have only has UHF and I have to use a converter, so it'll take the RCA, or the, not RCA, RF, coaxial cable. Analog Mega SG. Oh yeah. You buy it, you buy the adapters, and you have access to all the cartridges that Sega released, excluding the 32X, but there's only, what, 60 some odd games for that? Nobody really cares about the 32X. It's the blackest sheep of the Sega family. That one dive bombed me. Once you memorize where those walls come in and stuff, like this first level wouldn't be any problem. When I came over this one, there was something. I just shot it. Okay, I was wondering if the tanks came back. Oh, that one's stuck. I might be able to adjust the color so they stand out a little bit more. I can see them okay on my screen. Let me see if I can update. Let me see if I can configure the video. Turn the contrast, saturation, hue, and brightness up a wee bit. Alright, let's try that. Oh, I forgot. I want to show you the big box that was originally, the games were originally packaged in. Too far over. Wow, those are really... a little bit better. that's a little bit better than it was. That's squared away. Too fast for my little pew pew. Houses or books? Alright, really quick. Games were originally released in these big boxes, and this is about the size of a cartridge box. And they started coming out in these, so they changed the format, probably because it was cheaper. Because there was a cartridge in the first set, the spot for the manual. Now the boxes, which they're all cardboard, they're all just stuck in those. Outside of them being cardboard, yeah, I agree. I've looked several times about picking up some cases to protect the boxes since they are just cardboard. But if you do that, then it makes it more difficult to get into the game, then you can't really play them, and so it's like, what do you do? Shell cases for all. Exactly. But I mean, at the time, no one was concerned about these lasting for 40 years. If you think about it, we just got past the anniversary for. Actually, I guess that was a little over 2 months ago. 2 months ago yesterday would have been the 40th anniversary for the Famicom and for the SG-1000. Crazy! Look at that big money bonuses for all my unspent fuel. I don't think we got Hustle chumming or is Girls Garden and then Zoom 909. And then following that, we've got Diggity with Golgo 13. Diggity's gonna be hopping on. Well, he's gonna be protecting the train, getting the people off the train. Apparently, it's a runaway train. I thought it was supposed to be like airplanes or something. Apparently they don't know, whoever built these planes didn't know what they were doing because they shoot off and just fly around and spin around. I think I may have played some Xerion last night. I don't recall.
Well, should we send it over to Squilly Bob and then bring you on after that?
Yeah, whenever Squilly Bob's ready. Let's go. But borderline.